What do you make of the Chargers Bosa situation? What's your 2 cents on that subject?
I'm always going to side with the player. To me, it's kind of strange that we're having a contract holdout right now. We've got a rookie wage scale. We've got a number set from last year's number 3 overall. We've got parameters set from this year's number 2, number 4. So obviously it's something within the contract. Sounds like guaranteed money. Joey Bosa is going to have a couple opportunities to control his financial future. One of them is the one he's earned by being the number 3 pick in the draft. He's got to make sure he gets that contract right, and then hopefully he gets another shot at it in his first free agent contract. But if you don't give the guy enough money up front compared to the number 2 and the number 4 behind you, then it's not in his best interest to sign that contract. And San Diego has a history going all the way back to the Eli Manning situation where Archie was very adamant about his son not being a part of that organization. So they've got a stigma there, and I think that they come out on the wrong side of this one again.
Well, what about the idea that Bosa shouldn't dilly-dally any longer, that if it is just a deal of saying you get $14 million this year or 13 and change this year and you get four and change next year, what's the big deal? I mean, just get in camp, Daryl. What about that concept?
Yeah. Well, the numbers have to be right for him. I mean, like I said, you got 2 chances to do it, and for some reason there's some verbiage in the contract. There's something there that he's not happy with. I don't have all the facts on this one. I don't have everything. But for us to have a contract holdout and the way that contracts are done today is very strange. I mean, we haven't talked about this. Everything should be slotted. Everything should be easy. He may not have gotten signed early on because we didn't have 2 or 4 done yet. But once 2 and 4 get done and that contract is slotted, it's very easy to figure out the details. And you can't say one side should cave as opposed to the other. It's got to be a mutual agreement to get to the point where it's a finished product.
How do you think players veterans or rookies alike, will handle the fact that the Chargers publicly shamed this kid? Daryl, how do you think that's going to play out?
That's going to be another interesting thing as they move forward. As we talked about before with the Eli Manning situation, there's a stigma with the front office at San Diego. Anyways, this is an important year for the franchise. With the talk about a new stadium or a move, there was a lot of excitement when they drafted Joey Bosa 3rd overall. And this situation has taken all that energy and all that excitement and kind of thrown it out the window. The reaction to the players, I think, is going to be interesting because we haven't had this in so long. It used to be commonplace back when we were playing because the parameters weren't, as set definite as they are today. And we had a lot of guys, especially that second contract, coming back in trying to negotiate that second contract, missed time. So I think it's going to be interesting. But with some of the issues that have happened in San Diego, Phillip Rivers, had a difficult time getting his contract done. So maybe there's some understanding that the organization is tough to deal with, and there'll be empathy for what Joey Bosa is doing.
Last one for you. Tell me about Ticket IQ, who you're hooked up with here. What's this about?
Yeah, it's a great spot to get your tickets for games, shows, theater productions. They've got the largest inventory in the industry, 90% of your secondary ticket markets. They were a B2B business company to start, so they've built great relationships with companies over the last 6 years. Low price guarantee. There's a lot of places to go out and get your tickets for events today, but this one, to me, eliminates all the competition. This is the only place you have to go. They have deals with teams, the NFL Exchange, the NBA Exchange. They're working with good vendors. You don't have to worry about fraud with a counterfeit ticket. So this takes all the hesitation out of doing the secondary ticket market or getting your tickets to these big events. And the app that they have with it is one of the more unique things, I think. They're calling it Tinder for tickets. You're going to get alerts if you like it. Swipe to the right. It's going to start to follow the things that you are interested in, and you'll get real-time information, real-time data that'll be streamed to your device. So when I landed in New York last night, Rich, I get off the plane, I turn on Ticket IQ app, and I've got a Bruce Springsteen show, a Jimmy Buffett show that are all right here in the area if I want to go to them. So I'm hoping I don't miss any more good concerts on the road this fall.
There you go. Come in studio here in Los Angeles when you come here, Daryl.
Absolutely.
You're too much of a stranger on this show. I love having you on.
I know. It's been so long.
It has been.
I do. I need to get in person, too.
Well, I'd love that. But I'd love to get you on, if not right before the season, as soon as it starts. And I'd love to talk to you about so much more of this stuff. Because, I work with Irvin every single Sunday. And I think I get him. By this point in time, I've known him for almost 15 years, but you're more well-versed.
It's like a marriage with Michael, right? You think you know the person, and then he does something, you're like, I'm not sure.
Take care of yourself. Thanks, Daryl. It's Daryl Moose Johnston here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.